Hey, what's going on, guys? We're in the Farron Keep Swamp today, and I'm going to show you guys all the items that you can get. I also added this map in, so feel free to pause or head to the link to check it out if you get lost. This is a pretty intimidating map. It's very big and is very easy to get lost and very easy to get discouraged. The first item we're going to get is the Ragged Mask, though, which it's really light and has good poison and curse resistance, so it especially works well in this area because, as you can see, there's a lot of poison every time you step in the water pretty much. And like I said, it's good because it's light. Every light piece of armor is good. Second is the Estes Shard. Everybody knows what that is. You could get another Estes flask added to your inventory. So I'm not going to actually go through every single one, but I am going to go through like all the key items. I'm not going to mention like Titanite or pause the video for that. The Stone Parma is here, and it's just a shield. Nothing crazy, pretty mediocre. But like I said, weight, if you need something to fit within your weight class, you might like it. Check it out. The big one is the Sage's Coal. The Sage's Coal you can give to the Blacksmith, and it will unlock Crystal, Blessed, and Deep Gems to be infused with your weapons. The swamp, like I said, is pretty bad. I really don't like it, and I hate these enemies most of all. I think this guy actually killed me the first time. I think he's gonna kill me right now, and I'm gonna show it because they're just so ridiculous. Like that frenzy, and they're so fast. And it's like WTF, like what, So we'll start back at the bonfire, and we're gonna head off in a different direction, just for a moment. The Iron Flesh is a Pyromancy that boosts damage resistance, but increases your weight. So I must have died. I think I died. I kept going down that way, and there's some frogs down there that they like spit this mist, and if it like basically fills your curse meter, and if your curse meter goes to 100%, you'll die automatically. In the last one, you had a curse, and it actually worked a little bit different, but it doesn't seem. Last time I think it would like nerf your health really bad until you got the curse lifted, and this one it doesn't really work like that. But here is the Great Sword. It's basically the epitome of a great sword. It's very large. It actually reminds me a lot of the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII, but there's nothing special about it at first. This great sword, but it can be infused and it can be reinforced, and it's actually pretty cool looking. So if you want to use it, it's not going to vary from any other great sword, but it does look cool. So if you're into fashion souls, definitely check it out. I personally like the Executioner's Sword, and that's what I've been using right now. It's not as big, but I like the way it looks. I like the square top. I don't know, it's just kind of cool. Fits into this whole like Dark Souls world. It's like something different, something kind of like rustic and medieval, almost barbaric. But I like it a lot. And up here, this is actually like what you're doing in the area to get to the next one. If you guys don't know, is that there's these kilns, and you basically have to extinguish 3 flames. I'll let the cutscene play out. So you're basically going to extinguish 3 flames to open that door up and get into the next area. Nothing really crazy. You can go refer back to the map if you want to see where they all are. But that's basically what makes like this map so just kind of like chaotic, and there's like so many little trails, but most of them are really just like trails that are separated because of there's like 3 little hills with the flames on them, and then you have to go and extinguish them. So we're coming up on some other bosses that I did want to mention. They're pretty intimidating and they are pretty big, but they're actually not that tough. At least I didn't think so. This is the Black Bow of Ferris. The Black Bow of Ferris has high dex requirement. It cannot be infused, but it has a higher range than most of the other bows. I also know that it's actually weaker. Here's the Ferris Hat, which is a cool hat, nothing special. Again, fashion souls. The bow, though, it does have a really cool skill to it, where when you hold L2, it actually shoots 3 arrows. The poison gem you saw there, basically, pretty self-explanatory. Adds poison damage to your weapons. Nothing too secret about that. But so the one Ferris bow, or the Black Bow of Ferris, you can actually fire 3, but they actually like pretty spread out. So if you're trying to shoot somebody that's far away, like you're only gonna hit them with the 1 arrow. If somebody's up close, I think you might hit him with 3. I've only played around with it a little bit. I'm going to skip the video up to that next bonfire right here that I'm showing you. So that's where I am right now, and we're just gonna head out from there. So there's the doors in front of me too. You can see those are the doors that are going to open up and get us to the next area. And I decided to go left at that door, or right before the door. And heading over to this area, there's a lot of items as well as a giant crab. And if you guys didn't know, every time you kill the crabs, you actually get an item. And in this case, I got the Lingering Dragon Crest ring, which increases the spell length effect by 30%. So if you do like magic weapon or anything. I also got the Crown of Dust, which boosts sorcery attack or strength by 10%. So this is actually really good too. So if you pair these things, you'll get like longer spell duration and a stronger magic attack. And the Crown of Dust is actually part of the antiquated armor set that will be featured later in this video. But like I was saying before, actually, like all those giant crabs, even the ones in, or I guess after the Undead Settlement and right before this area, there's a couple crabs like in a swamp area. And every time you kill one, I don't think every single one, but they'll usually drop like a ring or some kind of item, just like the cat that I showed earlier in a video in the cathedral. But the Sage's Scroll is something that you can give to the one sorcerer that you make the agreement with to give him souls, and he'll teach you spells. The spells that you'll actually be able to learn from him after giving him the scroll are Great Farron Dart and Farron Hail. So if you're interested in those, definitely take this scroll to him right away. That was actually like a key item for the well, let's talk about Sunlight Talisman first. So the Sunlight Talisman, well, it's just a Medicore or Medicore Talisman for miracles, but cannot be infused. The thing that you saw me pick up earlier was like the wolf grass, and it was right by the ladder, and the ladder will actually lead to another area and a covenant that I will be highlighting later in what should be the next video to come on my page. So be sure to look out for that when I do. The Nameless Knight armor set is actually the it's the armor set that the knight starts with. So if you picked the knight as a starting class, that would be the armor set that you would have. I'm not really going to use it. I'm pretty sure it's kind of like, you know, medium to high defense with high poise, and which is the idea for the knight. This person invaded. Well, this actually isn't a person. This was like an NPC invader, I'm pretty sure. So he didn't drop me anything though. But I did see one like him earlier in the swamp area after the Undead Settlement on the road of sacrifices. That swamp area where there's like the crucifixion bonfire. I believe that there was someone like that. And right now we're actually nearing the end of the area. And like I said, right now I'm pretty sure that the doors did just open. So this is going to be the last part. This is the last hill we hit. And there's kind of an area here. This is like directly right to the beginning, to the initial bonfire, not the second one that we found. But there's some items up there that can be accessed from the next area. that I will also be showing in a later video, I'm sure. But this is a pretty important one to stop by this area. There's a bunch of frogs here that kick my ass, but there's the golden scroll here, which has unlocks tons of sorceries, and the antiquated set, which was the set that goes with the Crown of Dust like I was talking about. And I guess even the antiquated set, having that totally equipped, will increase magic damage as well, but it still needs to be tested. So I'm sure we can get a final answer on that later. And going back to the golden scroll real quick, if you guys are interested, it unlocks tons of sorceries. The first one is it's called Potential Mercury, or I believe that's what it's called. And then there's Cast Light, Repair Spell, Hidden Weapon, Hidden Body, and a spell called Twisted Wall of Light. So those are definitely things that sound pretty cool, and especially if you're into spells and sorcery, this is definitely just a great area to hit up, and definitely clear if you are a sorcerer. And that'll be it. Please enjoy the outro, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I'm going to be making a lot of Dark Souls 3 videos. I am new to YouTube, and I am trying to grow a subscriber base, so I would like to ask and encourage everyone who liked my video to please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and comment below, and let me know what kind of videos you guys like and what kind of videos you'd like to see, as well as any questions you might have about the game.